heads of space agencies, members of parliaments, representatives of governments, industry and academy, many friends that I've met through my career as a space division manager, group manager, and now as II president, distinguished guests. It's a great honor for me to host you here today at the Israel Aerospace Industry Space Center on the occasion of the 66th IAC. It is an incredible opportunity to meet with so many of the leaders of what is, without a doubt, one of the mankind's greatest achievements, the bold venture from Earth to space. Israel joined this family about 30 years ago after the evacuation of the Sinai Peninsula, and from then on we have successfully launched 15 satellites, of which 12 are operating in orbit these days. Quite a few new satellites are in various stages of design and build, and several more are imminent. As a small country, As a small country, we have focused in two specific areas in which we have gained and achieved excellent capabilities. First, in lightweight, extremely high resolution observation satellites with optical radar payloads, which provide probably the best performance available today in the small satellite niche. Via our subsidiary ImageSat International, we took these military type of technologies into the commercial world, and in parallel, we even went further, and based on internal funding, we designed and built Amos-1, our first communication satellite, fully commercial venture in 1995. Our latest communication satellite, the 5.3-ton Amos-6, will carry over 40 high throughput Ka and Ku band transponders into space next year. As you probably heard, last week, Facebook, after check of some other options, has decided to team with Eutelsat to lease the Amos-6 Ka payload and provide broadband internet over Africa. This is a tribute not only to our engineering teams and Spacecom market foresight, but also our increased focus on civil space. As we have grown, we have worked with many of you and your colleagues through the years and see international cooperation as a key to our future success. Venus, a joint program for vegetation monitoring between CNES and ESA, will soon be ready for launch, and studies with NASA, ASI, the Italian Space Agency, and CSA, the Canadian Space Agency, have brought forward potentially interesting future programs. We are open to various models of cooperation and directly with industries or in bilateral government programs, and embrace high-level technology exchange as an excellent tool for mutual growth. Space was and is indeed the gateway to mankind's future, a shining beacon that captures our imagination and encourages us to strive forward towards even loftier goals. It is a powerful educational and motivational tool for those young and young at heart. We at IAI decided to embrace Space IL, and we are working with them supervising the design and the build of a lunar lander as part of the Lunar X Prize competition, specifically aimed at encouraging young Israeli toward STEM education. Space is becoming crucial in our day-to-day life activities, and as life on Earth becomes more complex, space will provide an ever-growing role in elevating terrestrial constraints. It is an exciting time for all of us in the space community without profound changes looming. With profound changes looming. New space, on one hand, is challenging the conventional way of doing business in technology, organization, financing, and management. On the other hand, deep space is continuing to challenge the boundaries of our endeavors with an increasing number of daring ventures by a rapidly growing community to take us even further and do so much more when we get there. Are our grandkids going to visit Mars? Will we routinely use products manufactured or mined in space? Will we fully understand the origin of our universe? I sure don't know the answer to these questions and many more, but I have no doubt that we are all going to have an exciting time finding out. It is by increased cooperation and openness that we will achieve these things between industry, government, businessmen and venture capitals, different nations, technologies, many of them from beyond the traditional space community. It requires changes in regulation, organizational processes, design philosophies, personnel, and almost every aspect of the way we are doing business today. Space is still the final frontier, and parts of it are still extraordinarily far from our reach. But we have moved from the adventures of select few, one of whom we are honored to host today, to serving more and more of mankind's growing requirement. And it is a vision and job of all of us, I think, to work together to bring more and more of the benefit of space into the reach of more and more people around the globe. On this note, I want to thank you very much for finding the time to come to visit us at IAI. I invite you to tour our facility here today, to visit our booth in Jerusalem, and to meet me and our teams so together we can explore new ideas and further our cooperation. I wish you a successful and interesting Congress. Thank you very much.